have a big car count tonight. Can everybody in the session please join the Discord for a quick drivers meeting? Joseph, get your fat ass in here.
Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to tonight's race, the first race of the playoffs here in the Redemption iRacing Trucks series. And I've got one of my good buddies, as always, in the booth with me tonight, Mr. Christian Taylor. Christian, how are you doing tonight?
We are doing good here at the beautiful Watkins Glen. Always a fun track. I love to drive it, Jesse. I know you do. And tonight we have 12 cars qualifying here to try to make it into this race, which they all are going to.
Yeah, no worries about missing the race and qualifying or anything like that. A small field tonight. It's one of my favorite road courses on the schedule, so it's definitely a shame that, per usual with the iRacing stereotypes, people scared to turn right. But on your screen, one of the people that decided they would come and turn right, Noah Blackwell, making his qualifying attempt. We're under qualifying right now. Several trucks hitting the track, but time's not on the board yet. As those come in, we'll relay them to you. But yeah, as you mentioned, and I mentioned, it's the first race of the playoffs here tonight. I'll go ahead and throw the standings up on the screen for the folks at home so they can see what is going on. Joseph Smith, a big advantage coming in due to all the playoff bonus points he got and whatnot. He's got a 26-point advantage, but that's only going to last him for a couple rounds. It isn't going to matter as we get towards the end. I believe we get through these next 3 races, and then we'll have 2 tonight, another race, and then an elimination race, and we'll be dropping 2 people out of these playoffs. So you're going to want to be in the top 10 after these next 3 races.
Top 10 indeed. And, you know, we practically only have playoff drivers here tonight. We'll go over that a little bit later. But it's going to be interesting to see the battles between the playoff guys here, because road coursing, you're never really all that close together, as the 31 of Joseph Smith is on the pole so far. Noah Blackwell going to be about a half a second slower than him on his first time around. But the Prophet Joseph Smith working his way around for lap 2 here through the S's. Going to get a little slideways. If he didn't get an X right there, I'll be surprised, but he keeps it straight. He touched the grass, but I think he's going to be all right because he still seems like he's going on, Jesse.
I was going to say, he's daggone wheeling that thing right now. He was going through those S-curves, as you said, a little bit sideways, but he's got the advantage right now. Hold on to that top spot. His teammate, Xavier Regelbrugge, taking the second spot for now. Still half a second off of Smith's time. Joseph Smith, the man to beat here in this series this year. So we're going to have to wait and see if anybody's going to come for that number 1 spot from the Prophet in that 31 truck.
Yeah, I'd say with a half a second speed difference, we're going to see about how it goes on lap 2. But Joseph Smith rounding the final turn, heading down the front stretch. Is he going to improve on the time, which was 1:12? He is not going to. His last lap was a 1:13, so seems like he gave all he had in the first lap. Noah Blackwell able to complete his second lap and improves by a good bit, but still not enough to pass the Prophet. And now we're watching Xavier complete his second lap. Jesse.
Yeah, he's coming around the final corner. Noah Blackwell does get into that second spot, about a quarter of a second off of Smith's time, but we'll see if Xavier Regelbrugge can take that second spot back as he comes across the stripe. What's it gonna be? Does he improve? He does, but not enough. Noah Blackwell securing that second spot for now, but don't look now. The 51, Wyatt Mickelson out of Mesa, Arizona. He's got a couple more corners to go, and then he's going to be finishing his second lap. We'll see if he can advance from this 5th spot or not.
Let's see what he does down the final stretch here. Final turn. Gonna get on the gas as hard as he can, get as close to the wall on exit, down the front stretch to Barney, who's gonna be waving the checkered flag. Where does he land? Goes up 1 position, taking Jordan Hand's 4th place spot from him, putting Hand in the 5th position. You have Ryan Holler in 6th and Dallas Seward in 7th. And I believe, do we have anybody else on track, Jesse? I think we don't.
Not at the current moment, as we get this beautiful scenic shot of Watkins Glen. You might be looking at the tower there on the left-hand side, and you're thinking, man, those are a lot of interesting colors we've got going on. No, that's not some new color we're debuting for every race. That's just all the playoff drivers. I mean, the only person not in the playoffs at set of time is going to be the 6 truck here, Brendan Shute, not driving, but we'll get see if we get a good camera angle on that truck. He's just kind of chilling here, but giving us something to look at, but he's the only driver that's set a time so far that's not in the playoffs here. So people deciding that they don't want to come out and race here at Watkins Glen, it's really a dang shame. I mean, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but it's one of the best road courses in the country, I think, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but I think it is.
I'd say it's one of the best. I'm not going to say it is the best, but it sure is close. I see, and I'm very much a fan of Circuit of the Americas, but I can't say one's better than the other. I know our friend group is thoroughly divided, right, Jesse?
Oh yeah, it's always a good discussion. Which when it comes to road courses, everybody believes something is better than the other. I think we've still got about 3 minutes left here in qualifying. Let's go through the chat a little bit, starting at the top. Hey, it's Kev 33 truck, gonna do its best to keep it clean and green tonight. Keep an eye on that Eggo Waffles truck. Yeah, he's qualified 6th right now, so he's got some work ahead of him, but we'll see what he can do. Connor Gerard, as always, showing up, thankfully letting me know in the chat that the driver radio is coming through. We got that fixed, sorted, hopefully. If not, let me know, Connor. Thank you so much. And, of course, Anna here, as always. Unfortunately, you know who's not here is her grandson, Landon. Where is he? Where's Landon?
He's not. I thought I saw him in practice, but he's not on the board at all.
Man, he's taking the night off here from Watkins
Grandma
Glen.
coming. Grandma gonna get you.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to get his stuff figured out. But anyways, folks, nobody on the track at the moment. We've got a couple more minutes till we get time to go through the grid. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We will be back with you here shortly. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
We are back with you here from Watkins Glen for the first race of the Redemption iRacing Series playoffs, and these trucks have begun to roll. So, Christian, I think it's time for the best time of the night, and it's time to go through our starting grid.
The best time of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to rush through it with this jam-packed field.
So many trucks, we're going to have to hurry, so let's get it started. Shout out the Black Eyed Peas. Row 1, going to be Joseph Smith starting on the pole position to his left, the 18 of Noah Blackwell.
Moving on back to row number 2, you have the Canes Ford Xavier Regelbrook to his outside, the number 51 CarQuest Auto Parts Toyota Wyatt Mickelson.
Xavier Regelbruggy, if you're cultured. Row number 3 is going to be the 48 of Jordan Hand. Next to him, going to be that Ego Machine of the 33, Ryan Collarback.
I didn't know we were taking personal shots at each other, but moving on back to row number 4, you have the number 6 of Brandon Shoup to his outside, the number 38 Lizard of Dallas Seward.
Row number 5 brings you the 15 of Dylan Carrier. Next to him is going to be that Red Bull truck there. Pretty sweet paint scheme for the 54 Bryce Shoemaker.
And moving on back to row number 6, you have the all-black number 25, Jeff Engler, to his outside, the number 69, giggity, of John Quavard.
And if my math is correct, that's going to be all 12 cars. And yes, it is. My math is correct. Look at me go. I passed high school.
Oh my goodness, I cheated.
Oh, man. Well, we're going through the second to last corner here, so let's get the jams out of here. We're blaring them right now on HMS TV as we get ready to go through the final corner. What's the line? I haven't used it before. Get off your seats and on your feet. It's time to go green here at Watkins Glen. Joseph Smith, Noah Blackwell, gonna lead him to the start-finish line for the first time tonight. Green flag is out here at Watkins Glen in the Redemption iRacing Series.
Down the front stretch, heading to turn 1. We know turn 1 at the road courses can be scary. It could be judgmental. It could be devastating. But tonight it's not going to be. We roll down the front stretch, if you will, through the S's. And we're going to get this race underway. 15 laps, stage 1. Stage 2 going to come to lap number 30 with a 50 lap total tonight. Jesse, am I wrong?
That's going to be it. 50 laps on tap here from the Glen. Noah Blackwell looking to the inside through the bus stop early. Joseph Smith's mowing the grass, but he keeps the lead.
That is going to be a slowdown, though. Can he serve it and stay in the lead? Noah Blackwell is going to be right there, hungry to take advantage of it. Gets ran off the track a little bit. We're going to have to see if the slowdown is going to affect him. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's showing on my end that he has some sort of issue, whether it's a flag or not. I mean, we'll see if he can hold on to this lead. It looks like Noah Blackwell's pressing the issue, though, for sure, for that first spot.
And if he had the flag, if that yellow marker that me and Jesse had on our timing and scoring monitor, it is gone now. He has served his penalty for running off the track, headed it back to turn 1. Lap 1 already complete. Joseph Smith, the Prophet, gonna make his way through, taking the wide turn there. You used to not be able to do that until iRacing got smart and realized that every other NASCAR race happens there, does that. And words are hard.
You're not wrong. It was annoying having to go through those turns and kind of tiptoe because you didn't want to get the 1X, so I'm glad that they decided to fix that. In other news, real quick, I just got to mention, if you're wondering what is the deal with Xavier Regelbrugge and Jeff Engler, well, they started from the pits. They're way back here. If you look on the top right side of your screen, we've got the track map on display for you there. You can see just how far back they are. They started from pit road. Whether that's a safety decision or they were late to grid, who knows, but they're at a disadvantage here in stage 1 for sure.
I gotta say, you late the grid, that's one thing, but if you were scared to start in the grid with 12 trucks, then I question your sanity.
And I used to be one of those people myself, especially when it comes to officials. I'd be like, oh gosh, I don't want to get absolutely killed in turn 1 for this race. As Noah Blackwell is going to look to the inside. He makes the dive for the lead.
And it's going to work out. Does he hold it? Here comes the crossover. Joseph Smith on the inside now. Going to have the advantage through the S's. Going to immediately take back his lead, Jesse.
Noah Blackwell gets some bonus points for some style there, but he gives the lead right back up with the crossover. I mean, if these two battle like this the whole rest of the race, I don't think we're going to have any issue being bored, Christian.
No, I could watch just this kind of racing all day. Let's see if they can make it through the bus stop clean. One thing about Watkins Glen, Jesse, and I've noticed from previous broadcasts, if you call a turn the wrong turn, they will crucify you in the chat.
Man, here's the way you succeed with that, okay? You don't even learn what number the turns are. I couldn't tell you what number which turn is here at Watkins Glen, so I just know the bus stop. I just know that is it the carousel? Is that the long windy one?
That's it. Yep.
Okay,
This is
that's
turn
all
11,
I need.
though. This is turn 11, the final
Good to
turn.
know. Good to know.
But down the front stretch again, 13 laps to go in stage one. We are now 4 laps into this race. Haven't really took our eyes off the leader. Why aren't we showing anyone else? Because they're not close to each other at all. The next closest battle, I'd say, would have to be the third place. Jordan Hand is holding off Wyatt Mickelson. You see how close he is, which is not really close when you consider the battle for the lead. And now we have a slight battle back here in the 7th position. Dylan Carrier trying to hold off a hard charging Bryce Shoemaker. Bryce Shoemaker not in the championship playoffs, but he's trying to make his race matter here tonight. Schuett behind him also not in the playoffs, but you see everyone else in the session is. Wow, look at them go.
Yeah, those drivers on the left-hand side of your screen on our tower there that are the black and the light blue that kind of stand out from the two names that aren't like the others. Those are all your playoff drivers, so pretty much everybody in the playoffs except for 2 drivers not showing up. Landon Burbage, one of those. The other one, I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. That's not good.
Usually the non-playoff drivers, are the ones that you have to make the playoff drivers stand out in. But like Jesse's bald head in a crowd, the ones who are not in the playoffs stick out tonight.
Man, this is going to be a fun broadcast. 5 laps in, already taking personal shots. Joseph Smith, though, trying to extend the lead all of a sudden. He's up to about half a second over Noah Blackwell. So maybe those battles not going to continue as we hoped. We take a look at the fastest 5 over these 5 laps. Xavier Regelbrugge actually the quickest in the field with 114.5 on average, but he's all the way back there in 10th, as we mentioned, started from the pits. So while he may be the fastest, he's doing absolutely nothing with it.
Yeah, I just don't get. I mean, I kind of hope as the 69 pulls it down pit road already. Did we miss something? Did he crash?
John Kraverick, I'm not sure if he crashed, but it tells me that Dallas Seiwert did, and he is around. Let's go take a look and see what happened to the 38 here from the Harpoon Design blimp. Holy crap, that blimp is way up there. Let's maybe we get a bit closer shot. Oh, the bus stop got him.
High tonight.
Lizard.
Yes,
lizard,
he is.
Lizard.
Brantley Roden potentially violating airspace, but we'll go to the Juicy Spider drone cam here and watch it one more time. Dallas Seiwert coming through the bus stop, trying to send it a little too hard and clip the inside wall, it looked like.
And Lizard.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue for the 38. If you watched last week's broadcast, Dallas Seiwert, we thought, had missed the show. We thought he was out of the playoffs, but fortunately for the 38, somebody had dropped their playoff spot, so he made it in, and so now he's got the task ahead of him to make up some spots and make his way through to the next round. So congratulations to the 38. Thought he was out, finds his way back in.
Like a thorn in the side. Noah Blackwell not letting Joseph Smith, the prophet, be. Keeps catching back up to him. Joseph Smith will get a little bit of a gap. And then here comes Noah Blackwell right back to his forward bumper here. Going into turn 1. Going to narrow the gap there. You see how much these drivers are having to hold on. See him turning left there to save the truck. Joseph Smith doing a little bit better under turning, I will say, through the S's. We're going to go on top looking back at Joseph Smith now, Jesse.
Yeah, it makes you start to wonder. These guys are wheeling this truck hard. I mean, to have an 8-second lead already over third place, Noah Blackwell and Joseph Smith are absolutely sending it right now. So it definitely makes you wonder, is tire wear going to have any sort of effect here in stage number 1, or is it too short of a run to really tell if it's going to have any sort of effect on these guys? But they are absolutely driving the tar out of these trucks right now. Jordan Hand in third comfortably, but he's way, way back there. I mean, look at the gap on the track map. He's about a whole straightaway behind.
Yeah, me and you, Jesse, we know our way around this track in the Gen 7. We know all about tire wear in the Gen 7, but we really don't know much about the trucks. Gen 7, you are debating if you even want to take tires. Let's see what happened to John here. Heading to turn 10. Going to give a little Tokyo drift. Does he save it? No, he is not.
That is a
slide job
right there for the 69 of Kraverick. Gets it back going though. Finds himself in the very back of the field, already a lap down, back in 12th. We'll see if John can recover it all out of Bethel, Connecticut, or if his race is just going to keep going downhill.
Speaking of hill, we are still heading uphill with the gap between second and third. Blackwell and Smith battling for the first position. Going to be looking at lapping another car. That is the 25th of Jeff Engler. Going to be coming into the picture here, which the leaders are going to have to work around, Jesse.
You can see him ever encroaching on the 25 here of Engler. He's probably shaking in his boots right now, going to make sure he stays out of the way. I bet he's just going to pull over and let these guys by here on the straightaway. Let's see.
No, this is horrible. Like, if they have caught you in 9 laps, you have no reason to even try to defend your position.
Well, where are you going, buddy? The track is to the right.
Okay, you know, maybe he thought better of trying to defend, but I don't know.
I think another issue for our buddy, the John Kraverick here in the 69 truck. Let's go to the Juicy Spider drone and see. Did he crash again?
Oh, through the bus stop he goes to the carousel. Holla if you know. See me in Tokyo.
Slide job.
Fast and Furious. And he comes to a stop in the carousel. Gets rolling again. With the slide job as Blake rudely interrupts us.
Yeah, Blake's probably busy getting drunk watching the Bears lose. I haven't got a score update, but I'm imagining that's what's happening.
Here is your NFL update for the evening. The Panthers still suck. And the Green Bay Packers-Bears game is in the second quarter now with 1:15 left on the clock. Green Bay Packers have 21 points, but the Bears have the ball trying to improve on their score, which is a whopping 3.
Oh, that's tough. Hopefully Blake makes it home after the Bears lose. He doesn't make any poor decisions out there. I know he was talking to us before the race that he wanted me to cover this race because it's the first time the Bears have made the playoffs in, what did he say? I think he said 5 years or something like that. And I looked at him and said, well, you try 8, buddy. Panthers haven't made it since 2017. Haven't had a home game since 2015. They came in today with they were 10.5 point underdogs. I told everybody I knew that was easy money. Put everything you had on Carolina to beat that spread. And they only lost by 3, but I don't think anybody listened to me. I mean, I told everybody what to do, but no one listened.
Well, did you do it, Jesse?
I'm broke, man. I would have, if I had anything, I would have put it on the Panthers, but I didn't.
Well. Unlike the prophet, Jesse, you do not practice what you preach. But Joseph Smith does. He is the prophet, follows the laws of the Almighty himself, leads the way as he leads this field around Watkins Glen. He is the man that everyone here wants to follow. In Columbia, Maryland, they are watching from his private cathedral as he drives around this track, looking at a very holy race run. Sure.
I was wondering how far you were going to go with that. That was incredible. But Joseph Smith is definitely having a legendary start to this race. We thought it was going to stay close for a little bit with Noah Blackwell applying pressure, but he's kind of falling back a little bit now to about 1.5 seconds. But we've got a decent battle. Uh-oh, Brandon Shute has went around, gets it back going.
Almost. There you go.
Back there for 8th. We won't worry about going back to look at that. We've got a little bit of a battle, though, for the 6th spot. Dylan Carrier and Bryce Shoemaker have been passing this spot back and forth for this 6th spot. Right now, Bryce Shoemaker has the advantage. We'll see if that's going to stay the case, though. Dylan Carrier trying to pounce as he gets a little slideways through the bus stop. Carrier whipping that thing into the 15.
So, Jesse, got a question for you, okay? You know, Danielle watches a lot of our races, right?
Yes, sir.
But if I'm not racing, is she going to watch it?
Probably not. I haven't seen her in forever.
But let me tell you, Miss Anna is sitting here watching, even though Landon is not racing and he's in the comment section right now, as what is going on this track. Oh my gosh, Jesse. Dylan Carrier was that? No, that wasn't him. Okay. I got my cars mixed up. But nonetheless, Miss Anna's here watching tonight, rooting on HMS TV and the other drivers here tonight. She's actually rooting for Ryan Holler. And Landon is in the chat.
He is. He's made an appearance in the chat. Would have been a good race for him tonight. Must have some good confidence when it comes to the right turns. It's sad that we only have 12 people show up. Got a little scared of the road courses or something, but Joseph Smith, dominant performance. He's going to be taking 3 to go for the stage here this time around. Noah Blackwell holds on to that 2nd spot, and Jordan Hand pretty comfortably in 3rd this entire time out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've got a heck of a battle going on back here for 10th between Dallas Seiwert and the 15 of Dylan Carrier. Oh, and he gets hit by the 38.
Contact.
Those two are teammates, Christian.
Oh, my goodness.
We pull it up on the right-hand side of your screen. Carrier Motorsports right here. Dylan Carrier, Dallas Seiwert. Those two just collided live on your screen. I was trying to reference the fact that the 25 of Engler and the 38 of Dallas Seiwert were battling it out, and we just happened to watch the 15 of Dylan Carrier try to wreck the thing. Let's go back and take another look here at it.
Dylan Carrier heading out of the carousel, just loops it around. Slide job. The 38 of Dallas Seiwert tries to but not able to And makes contact with Dylan Carrier. Landon in the chat says Dylan's not going to be happy. I would not want to be a fly on the wall in their channel right now.
Yeah, he's had a rough start to his race. I mean, he's right where he started in 9th, but you would have hoped that you kind of could have got a little bit forward. He's the last car on the lead lap at the moment. Next closest battle on the track, Brandon Shute leading Xavier Regelbrugge by a little bit over half a second right now. Xavier Regelbrugge, of course, started in pit lane, so it's been an uphill battle for him so far, but he's gotten by several trucks already. Dylan Carrier and Brandon Shute most recently, but Shute was able to pass him back. A little bit of a battle between those two, and it continues.
Speaking of continuing now, unfortunately, Bryce Shoemaker spun out. But what I was going to go say is the gap is now grown to 4 seconds between Joseph Smith and Noah Blackwell, Jesse. So we have a runaway with 2 to go in the stage.
Yeah, you can't even see Joseph Smith on your screen. Oh, there he is, way up there, going into the other turn. So Blackwell was giving him the work early. It hasn't worked out for him, though. He slipped back away, but he still holds on to 2nd. He can't be too mad at that. I mean, 3rd place is 16 seconds back, so I think he's got 2nd covered.
Absolutely, as we're on our last go-around now. Joseph Smith's heading through the S's. That's going to be the end of your stage this time around. We're going to keep an eye on him Meanwhile, I'm going to mention in the chat, Landon is putting the field on notice. He says, y'all better watch out next week because he's going to be strong at Chicagoland and nobody is ready for him there.
I love the confidence exuding from Landon Burbage, letting the field know that he's going to come out and make sure he gets to the next round of the playoffs. Even though he's starting with a disadvantage, it's not going to matter. He's going to figure it out, and he's going to make that next round. But we're going to go ahead and watch this 31 of Joseph Smith. He's got a couple more corners left before he takes the green and white checkered flag for the end of stage number 1. Caution probably going to fly before he hits the stripe, I imagine, so we catch the pace car properly. But Joseph Smith dominates stage 1.
Stage 1 winner, Joseph Smith, coming across the line next. 4 seconds later is going to be Noah Blackwell, and we can play the Jeopardy theme song waiting on third place to pass. But we can't because we get copyright.
Finished. I'm sure we've got plenty of time here, Christian. Is Joseph Smith, is he potentially available for an interview? I don't have my
Let's take a look.
Stuff pulled up. Let me know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go over and take a look. Everything I am saying right now is completely a space villain.
All right, we'll let Christian take a look.
Oh, he's appropriately named the Prophet.
Oh, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, stage 1 winner here tonight is the Prophet, Joseph Smith. And when we speak to the Prophet, we have to speak proper. Mr. Prophet, Joseph Smith, this is Jesse and Christian in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy on us?
Yep, I hear you loud and clear.
Well, welcome in. You take home stage 1. It was a close battle between you and Noah Blackwell most of the time. You were able to pull away from him at the end. How is your confidence level tonight?
I'm feeling pretty confident right now. Noah has me on my toes though. It's definitely not comfortable up here with him on my tail. He is fast. So I'm mainly worried about him and my teammate. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident though.
Alrighty, and Jesse, do you have anything for the Prophet before he sends him back down to do his work?
Well, you mentioned your teammate there, Xavier Regelbrugge, and speaking of him, I mean, he started from the pits, I believe. Was that a strategy call, or did he just miss the grid, or what was the deal? I mean, he had plenty of speed. He was the fastest on the track at one point. What was the decision there?
Something happened with his wheel, and he couldn't go into gear. I don't know what it was, but yeah, he couldn't get the truck started, so...
Alrighty, well, very unfortunate for him, but he's out there, gonna reset the field and try again. He's gonna have, the stage to help him out here, but we're gonna send you back down to your team, and I'm sure one way or another we're gonna be talking to you again tonight.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna send him back down to his team, mate Xavier, and we're under caution here at the Glen.
That we are. Stage 1 in the books. Stage 2 going to be the end of lap 30. We're going to go ahead and take a break. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, say hello in the chat. I mean, it is popping off. Connor Gerard, Cowboy Lando, Fisher, I believe is how you would say that. PH1SHR, I'd say Fisher. Anna Alessandro, of course, in the chat. All y'all out there, thank you for tuning in. We will be right back with you here shortly after pit stops, and stage number 2 action is on tap. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Back with you here from Watkins Glen, and we've got a development with the 31 of Joseph Smith busted on pit road for speeding. So not good news for the 31. And we take a look here at the pit board. Noah Blackwell leads the way, 4 tires on that truck. Xavier Regelbrugge with 2 tire stop on his machine. Jordan Hand, Wyatt Mickelson with 4. Ryan Holler had to fix some stuff up on his truck possibly, but we get back ready to go through the final corner. They're going to lead us into the Juicy Spider restart zone, Christian. What do you think?
I think the pace car is scared for his life with all these hungry trucks behind him. He is off. The fans are on their feet, off their seats. Green flag is back in the air for some stage 2 racing here in the Redemption iRacing Truck Series at Watkins Glen.
Everyone behaves through turn 1. It looks like no issues for the field. Some side-by-side action. Joseph Smith, I don't know if he has a drive-through, what he's going to have to do here in that 31, but he's going to try to make his way forward to save some time if he can, and he's already passing Ryan Holler right now, and that's going to be for your 6th spot side-by-side through the S's heading towards the bus stop. Noah Blackwell, Xavier Regelbrugge front of the field trying to run away. The 5, of course, was fast all throughout stage 1, but he started from the pits due to some technical issues we found out. So now that he finds himself at the front of the field, we'll see what the 5 can do.
And I was going to say, Jesse, the penalty has been asked and answered for Joseph Smith. It was a hold. So he needs not worry. He's just got to get to the front, and he's doing a good job with it. He's already up a few positions.
We take a look at the 54. Bryce Shoemaker back here. Takes the 8th spot over from Dylan Carrier. Side-by-side battles through the field. Joseph Smith takes the spot away from Brendan Shute without a fight. Smith back into the top 5 now in 1 lap. So 31 on his way forward. We'll see if he's able to make up enough ground, though, or if it's going to be too much to make up for stage number 2. Noah Blackwell getting a bit of a comfortable lead now over the 5 of Regelbrugge.
Is it Joseph Smith or Shane Van Gisbergen? We're going to find out tonight.
Man, I got to say, iRacing's done a pretty good job with the recent updates. I mean, it's something cool about seeing these trucks come through out of that turn and clip the grass a little bit, and you can just kind of see it shooting up in the air. I mean, it's the cool little details like that or something. I mean, the debris getting on the track, and you actually have to worry about it. iRacing's come a long way from when I started back in 2015, man. It's pretty cool.
Sure it has. I've been in it for going on my 3rd year now. This will be my 3rd visit to Daytona. On iRacing, that is.
Yeah, I got to say, I mean, my my iRacing ID, if everybody, most people that are familiar with iRacing, they know your ID kind of tells you how long you've been in iRacing, and mine's in the 200,000s, which you might think is a high number, but I mean, Christian here, his is in the 900,000s, and a couple of these playoff drivers in here tonight are actually in the millions.
Yeah, so the iRacing numbers are attained in order, so we'll see 2 millions before too long, probably, because iRacing is forever growing. Kind of good for them and unfortunate for us drivers, because Jesse, even in my 2 years, it's changed a lot when you talk about the driving.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Bryce Shoemaker takes the spot from Brennan Shute to get that 6th spot. Dylan Carrier about runs him over. Dylan Carrier's at a rough race. Dallas Sywert's off the track here. He's up in the gravel here, heading towards turn 10. Get that thing back on the track, 38. Floor it, buddy. Now he's going to wait for the field to pass by. Probably a smart decision. Hopefully he doesn't get smoked by somebody accidentally here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He's going to get it going now. The Lizard is not having fun tonight. Dallas Seward.
He got the waiver on to get his lap back, and then just like that, with like a Thanos snap, he's back a lap down for the 38. But at least he's in the playoffs. I mean, as mentioned before, if you watched the Tuesday night premiere of their race last week, Sywert, we thought, had missed the playoffs, and then somebody else was unable to participate, so they gave their spot up. The 38 makes his way in on a technicality, and so he's got a second chance here at his playoff life.
Reminds me of the gif with the Undertaker sitting up in the casket.
It's honestly a good pull there.
Alive again.
I'm pretty sure he actually had posted that at one point in the Discord, but Jordan Hand, you know, I don't think he got passed once during stage number 1. He just kind of drove his own race, watched Noah Blackwell and Joseph Smith run away, and everybody else behind him fall back. But now he's got the 31 of Smith on his tail, trying to get some spots back for that 31 of Joseph Smith after his previously mentioned speeding penalty. We'll see if he's going to make a dive here on the inside of the 48. He does into turn 1.
It was actually a yielded position communicated in chat. He was going to give it to him and did so.
Oh, well, I mean, they didn't know that. That's not fun. I wanted to talk it up a little bit.
Well, you know, you can only talk up when you're I'm not going to go there. Jesse, I love you, buddy.
We take a look at the bed of the truck here for Noah Blackwell. Got the Cougar, on the truck as he's getting chased down by the 5 of Xavier Regelbrugge. Now that lead has shrunk a little bit.
Uh-oh. something going on in the chat. I hear Ryan's name. I don't know what's happened. Maybe we can rewind a little bit. Nothing else going on. We'll see what happened.
Could have been related to his pass on Dylan Carrier here. Let's take a look from the Juicy Spider Jerome.
Oh. Well.
Nothing that Ryan did to the 15 of Carrier there. Let's
think we
maybe
need to
back it up a little
something.
bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm seeing nothing here, Christian.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
All we know, folks, is somebody was in the chat upset at the 33 of Ryan Holler. Dylan Carrier having the worst race of his life here at Watkins Glen. Finds himself back in the 9th spot again after spinning out to turn 1. 15's probably ready to break his wheel right now.
I think Ryan, this might be. Oh yeah, Dylan Carrier just real slow, and the 6 comes up on him and sends him around. I feel like he was really slow. I don't think the 6 was dive bombing at all. Just didn't expect him to be that off pace, maybe?
There's some, I don't know what the deal is. 6 is kind of giving that spot back. He's had his own issues now. Sorry, we're bouncing all over the place, folks, but nothing too crazy happening throughout battles in the field. But the 6 just slides it off the track in the bus stop. Dylan Carrier able to take the spot right back.
Oh, we have a battle for the lead now. Oh my gosh, that was close.
Yeah,
but a battle for the lead.
Yeah, I don't know what Xavier Regelbrug is going to be able to do on 2 tires, but he's giving it a shot here. He's been able to shrink this gap that Noah Blackwell's had. And what did Joseph Smith tell us when we were interviewing him after stage number 1 is that he was only worried about Noah and his teammate. Who is he talking about? Xavier Regelbrug. And he finds himself in 2nd, trying to find his way to the lead here. We'll see if the 18 of Blackwell is able to hold him off. 5 to go here in stage number 1.
We're over halfway there. Over when you look at the full picture of the race.
Since the blimp is so far up into the sky that we can't really use it for replays, we'll use this time to go ahead and just mention harpoondesign.com. Brantley Road and the blimp pilot. I mean, it's a big trek. He's trying to get all the angles, so I guess I can't blame him too much. But he's way up there in the sky in that Harpoon Design blimp, giving us every angle that we could ask for. Paint start at just $25. Can you believe it, Christian, if you go to harpoondesign.com?
Oh, I could believe it because I've done it. I have placed multiple orders, Jesse.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that you were going to order me a paint from harpoondesign.com for our Gen 4 cars that we're going to need here soon. I don't know if you've done that yet or what it's going to be. Heck, I'm kind of nervous, but we'll see what gets concocted. I know it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's on the to-do list, but you will be in good hands with Brantley Road. But we are now within 4 laps to go here in stage 2. A little bit of an NFL update for the Packers-Bears game. The second half has started. We're a minute into the 3rd quarter. If you are a Packers fan, you're having a great night because the Packers, who are 9-7 on the season, are up 21-3 on the 11-6 Bears because make this whole NFL season make sense.
Yeah, it seems to be the night of the underdog. Of course, the Panthers didn't win, but they definitely kept it a lot closer than everybody thought, keeping it within 3 points. As Jeff Engler about to go another lap down here, but actually back another lap down, I should say. But yeah, it's been an interesting day for sure. The Panthers had a genuine shot to win the game earlier today, able to let it slip out of their hands there at the end, but I wouldn't be shocked if we have another underdog take a victory here with the Packers versus Bears.
Definitely was a roller coaster of a game for the Panthers tonight. They played The first half they didn't do much, but the second half, I'll tell you, they played their hearts out and gave it everything that they had. And you cannot, as a Panthers fan, I am not a Panthers fan. My colleague Jesse here is. I don't think no Panthers fan could be mad at their team the way they played the second half.
I can't lie, you actually sounded like you were cheering for him yourself there when we were watching the game earlier a little bit. Whenever they scored that touchdown there late, you were kind of cheering them on. It's definitely cool.
Yeah, you know, I am not a Panthers fan. I am from Carolina, though, so I guess when you see the home team with the chance to do something, even though they didn't, it's always kind of cool, you know?
Yeah, Connor Gerard in the chat adding to this conversation, saying this NFL season's honestly been a roller coaster compared to the past few years. It really has. I mean, you look at the Seahawks. Sam Darnold sharing stats with the likes of Tom Brady is one of the only quarterbacks to have like however many games won. I think it's like 13 games won or something like that with two separate teams back-to-back seasons or some weird stat like that. So Sam Darnold, #1 seed. Of course, we got Jamal Stevens in the chat saying, "Let's go Mojo, fast and steady." Joseph Smith, yeah, he's found himself in third. He's had a good bounce back from the speeding penalty. Is Noah Black was sliding that thing. He was whipping that thing, taking the white flag for stage #2. We'll see if he can hold off Xavier Regelbrugge for one more lap here in this #1 race of the playoffs. Probably, I don't know if they're racing for bonus points or not still here in the playoffs, but it's going to be good stage points nonetheless if he can get the stage win here.
That kind of sliding is not what you want to have happen when somebody's breathing down your neck. It doesn't help you much. As Xavier is there, we're not going to look anywhere else in the field because this is the only battle on the track here. Heading down the back stretch, front stretch, whatever you want to call it here at Watkins Glen to the bus stop. Xavier only has a few more passing opportunities as they head through the bus stop. Going to the carousel, he is less than a car length off of his bumper.
Yeah, it's a close one between the 18 and the 5. Regelbrugge putting the pressure on the 18 and Noah Blackwell. Only a couple more corners here in stage #2. Who's going to come out on top? I mean, this is going to be a great finish for the stage here. Does Regelbrugge make a move? No, he does not. Noah Blackwell, the pressure, will it get to him or not here? One more corner in stage #2.
Oh, that last slide right there did Xavier in through the final turn 11 down the front stretch here. Going to take the caution flag.
Green and white checkered flag flies for the 18 and Noah Blackwell wins stage #2. Xavier Regelbrugge second. Joseph Smith third. Jordan Hand fourth. Wyatt Mickelson fifth. Is Noah Blackwell, is he in the Discord available for an interview perhaps? We talked to Joseph Smith earlier. Let's see if we can get the 18 of Noah Blackwell on the horn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your stage 2 winner is going to be Noah Blackwell. Welcome in, Noah. This is Jesse and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy on me?
Yep.
Well, you are able to hold off a hard-charging Xavier there. He was all over your back bumper that last lap, but you get it done. Thanks to a little bit of misfortune from Joseph Smith, you didn't have to worry about him this stage. But moving into the final stage, what are we looking at here?
I don't know, because those two are really fast. So I'll have to try and do some strategy stuff to, get in front of them, because if I can get in front of them, I'll be fine, I think. But I don't know about Joseph. I mean, he started dead last because of the speeding penalty, and he's already up here in third. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm glad I got stage points, though, because I need them.
You got him indeed. Jesse, what do you have for our stage 2 winner, Noah Blackwell, before we send him back down to his team?
Yeah, I was just going to say a second in stage 1 and a first in stage #2. I mean, that's 1 point short of maxing out for the stage points. So definitely setting yourself up for the next 2 races of the playoffs pretty well. When we talked to Joseph after stage #1, he said the 2 trucks he was worried about was his teammate Xavier and then yourself. So definitely keep in the back of your mind that the 31 of Joseph Smith is definitely concerned. about your speed out there on track. So you've got a good look ahead of you, and we'll see where you can come out here on pit road. Congratulations on the stage 2 win.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your stage 2 winner, Noah Blackwell, but Jesse under caution. We've had some more misfortune for Dylan Carrier. We're going to have to show the fans what happened, and it is not a good note for Dylan here.
We'll have to rewind it. Don't see it on my end.
Thanks,
what
SDK,
happened to
for
the
breaking
15.
something that wasn't broken.
Jeez. Oh, there it is. What happened to him? This is under yellow, right?
Yes, this is under yellow, trying to catch the field. Unfortunately, he just sends it a little too hard, slides it around, gives some rear end damage to that truck, locks it down, able to keep rolling, but just a bad night turned worse, sir, if that's a word. I'll probably get crucified by the grammar police, but yeah, not good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bad night turned worse indeed for the 15 of Dylan Carrier. Not much damage done to the truck, so, you know, he could be more worse for wear, but he could have been way worse, but he got away with it a little bit as they come to pit road. Going to be taking the pit stops here for stage number 2 end. I don't know if we're going to have to worry about fuel here in stage number 3. Going to be the longest run of the night, but not by much. I mean, probably going to be maybe 16, 17 laps on tap for the end of the race here.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good indeed. But ladies and gentlemen, the trucks are down pit road. Hopefully no one speeds this time. But I reckon, Jesse, I think Juicy Spiders got some video for us, right?
We'll get to him. I just want to make sure that... Oh, Joseph Smith having trouble getting into his box. More trouble on pit road for the 31.
The Jesse Becker pit stop right there.
He did it right there live. Noah Blackwell wins the race off pit road. 54. Bryce Shoemaker comes out second. Jordan Haynes, Xavier Regelbrugge were side by side. So Chesapeake Racing, Joseph Smith, Xavier Regelbrugge are going to have an uphill battle leading into the end of this race. Final stage going to be on tap here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV for you after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Or else.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Back live with you one more time here from Watkins Glen in the Redemption iRacing Series playoff race number 1. Couple more corners before we go back. Green and Christian, let's go ahead and let the fans know what we've got on our front row here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Noah Blackwell leading us to green, but to his outside, an unsuspected source is going to be Bryce Shoemaker. We're going to go green with a harpoon design. Bring the noise, ladies and gentlemen, off your seats, on your feet. Bring the noise with harpoon design.
Sick shot. What a camera angle here. Good Lord. We might be canceling the Bring the Noise, folks. The wall cams decided to do nothing for us here. Oh, here we go. Here's some good shots.
And we have some trouble in turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like John Kraverick has crashed. Cancel the Bring the Noise. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that.
Shout out to Harpoon Design either way.
Hey, either way, absolute fail of a segment there. Whoa, look out, the 51.
Oh man, just a checkup.
Yeah, it looked like the 51 of Wyatt Mickelson might have had a little bit too much front brake bias in the thing and just went around, but Noah Blackwell holds the lead here in stage number 3. And is that the Prophet Joseph Smith is around, the 31.
What a race that could have been. The Prophet Joseph Smith. Jesse, I feel like I have done this to him. I told him we'll be talking to him again.
Yeah, he just lost it all on his own, watching the side-by-side battle in front of him between the 54 and the 5 and the 31 of Joseph Smith. Race is potentially done for the 31. I think that's going to be too big of a hill to climb back from for Joseph Smith. Finds himself back all the way in 10th. And right now, your podium, Noah Blackwell, Jordan Hand, Bryce Shoemaker. 3 names. Noah Blackwell's been up front all race, but Jordan Hand, Bryce Shoemaker. New faces up front. We'll see how the 54 can hold off the 5 of Regelbrugge. Newsflash, Bryce Shoemaker, fuel only last time in a pit road. And look out, Xavier Regelbrugge about wrecked it.
Looks like he's just being held up right now. And Xavier has got to get around Shoemaker to make it to Jordan Hand. And Xavier has the speed, but somebody who's not even in the playoffs is trying to ruin his show. And don't get me wrong, Shoemaker has every right to race. Just because he's not in the playoffs doesn't mean the season's over for him.
Well, and Xavier, he's been around. He's a smart guy. He knows that every second he's held up behind the 54 is less of a chance that he can get to that 18 of Noah Blackwell. And I mean, Blackwell's already checked out by about 5.5 seconds over this 5 of Regelbrugge, so it might already be too little too late here with 14 laps to go. It's all falling apart for Chesapeake Racing right now.
My, oh my. Gonna have to keep an eye on it. As that's... Oh, Dylan's having another issue back here. A bad race for Dylan tonight. Going into turn 1, I could assume it's just a slide job.
You assumed correctly, just yet another
slide job
there for the 15. Had several of them tonight. A bad night turned even worse for the 15 of Dylan Carrier. We'll see if he can regain absolutely anything. I mean, he's been perpetually stuck in the 9th position.
Xavier's caught the bumper of Bryce Shoemaker again, Jesse.
That he has. We'll see if he's able to get the pass again.
Not really the best passing corner here, but do it in turn 11, and he's going to think better of it, maybe. No. Shoemaker kind of goes wide. Xavier takes the 3rd position from Bryce Shoemaker, and now begins the hard charge to try to catch Jordan Hand.
We'll see how many spots he's able to gain. I will say one thing is that the 18 of Blackwell has taken off. He's lead up to over 2.5 seconds now over 2nd place Jordan Hand. And only a lap ago, Noah Blackwell set the fastest lap of the entire race. We take a look here. Best laps, Noah Blackwell fastest by over half a second over Joseph Smith's time, Xavier Regelbrugge's time, Jordan Hand. Blackwell, he didn't sound very confident when he was in the booth with us after his stage 2 win, but I mean, he's setting it off right now. showing these guys that he has the speed to win this race. The 18 looking to lock himself into the next round here at Watkins Glen. No, we've got some Ryan Holler fans in the chat back in 5th. Go ahead, Christian.
I was going to say exactly what you did back in the 5th position. He's been putting on a decent run so far here in stage 3. Still right where he started the race tonight, though. Only up 1 position, qualifying 6th in 5th here. Ryan Holler having an average night but probably the most rooted on driver. You know, Landon always has the most fans, but you know, when Landon is absent, Ryan Holler gets the fan base.
The biggest mover of the night, HMS TV hard charger at the moment, goes to that 54. Bryce Shoemaker got it on strategy fuel only onto our last pit stops, but up 6 spots nonetheless. And then Jordan Hand up here in 2nd, throwing it through the bus stop. He's up 3 spots from where he qualified. So good night for the 48 truck of Jordan Hand. And everybody pretty spread out at the moment.
We take a look at the leader, Noah Blackwell. He has a 4-second gap. And the reason I highlight him right now is he is crossing the line. Now we are official. 10 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. And I'm lying because, you know, the last lap. So 11 laps to go, and I'm going to shut up now.
This guy, he's losing his mind, folks. He doesn't even know what lap this is. Noah Blackwell knows probably exactly what lap it is, as he's probably counting them down right now, just knowing every lap is one more closer to a win here at Watkins Glen and not even having to worry about the next 2 races here in the playoffs. Honestly, this has to be the best situation the 18 could have asked for. Joseph Smith passed all night, won stage 1, ended up, I believe, podiuming stage 2, but then loses it here on the first lap of stage number 3. He's gained some spots back up to 7th, but I think it's too big of a hill to climb for either Joseph Smith or Xavier Riggerbuggy, the other truck who was very quick tonight. So the 18 of Noah Blackwell probably fist pumping a little bit already with 10 to go. As long as he can keep the truck straight, he's got a good chance here.
And now with 10 laps to go, I said that for the first time tonight. I did not make a mistake last time around.
No, not at all.
It's been a long day for Christian Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Woke up this morning, had to drive about 40 minutes to go, you know, visit a fundraiser going on. Then I came home and had to literally fight a fire down the street from my house because my neighbors decided that when it's 20-mile-an-hour wind, it's a great time to burn some trash. When we're in like I'd say a slight drought.
Well,
then I did a bunch of yard work.
Heck of a day for you. My day was not nearly as exciting. Sat around, pretty much did nothing until about 3 o'clock today. Watched the Panthers lose along with you, but no, Xavier Riggerbuggy finds his way into the 2nd spot now over Jordan Hand, but he's still 6 seconds back from the 18 of Noah Blackwell. But yeah, today pretty uneventful. Tomorrow, hopefully going to get to tune into some more playoff NFL action. But yeah, Panthers had a shot, didn't make it, so definitely a little bit sad.
Well, Jesse, I would say there's always next year, but you know they're probably going to be back to their normal selves next year.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're probably correct with that one, as Ryan Holler's got to the back bumper of the 54. Bryce Shoemaker trying to make the pass to get that 4th spot. He's got the speed advantage right now over the 54, who is on old tires. The 33 Ryan Holler got 4 fresh Goodyears last time down pit road, so he's definitely got the grip advantage. We'll see if he's able to get past the 54 here soon. We'll go open Harpoon Design Blimp.
which is a couple miles above the beautiful Watkins Glen Speedway here. Looking down, you see the gap through the carousel. Beautiful facility. There's the boot off to the left that NASCAR is too scared to use.
I once did a race at Watkins Glen with the boot added, and it was like stepping into a whole different universe. It's like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, it was, over on the IMSA side of things, they use that a good old boot.
It's a bit of a fun layout. I think, honest to God, it might be a little bit too, in my opinion, probably a little bit too close quarters to have the stock cars out there. But they've done other tracks that are hard to pass at. So maybe one day they'll decide to make every boomer angry and change the layout of Watkins Glen.
Speaking of changing the layout, Jesse, did you know there's a new layout for Circuit of the Americas?
I didn't. That's news to me. That's incredible.
Yeah. They took off the entire top section of the track.
A little bit of an inside joke for absolutely no one in the chat that understand. Just between you and me.
Yeah. Good old Cody Moore. He's not listening tonight. I haven't seen him in the chat at least, but I'll give him a shout out. He is a big Circuit of the Americas fan, as the Texan he is. He goes anytime the Circuit of the America gates open, Cody Moore is walking through them. Big fan of him. And
he's
when
also
that track,
a big fan of the Bears.
Oh yeah, which when 21-6 now.
Oh boy!
With 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and from the sound of things, I don't have sound on, but I'm hearing from some chats that Bears fans are not happy with the white and black officials.
Not
on
happy
the field.
with these zebras. The referees.
The zebras indeed.
The game's hashtag rigged, just like how every NFL game is. I mean, even though it was genuinely rigged against the Panthers last week, but we won't talk about that unless we have the tinfoil hats on. But anyways, yeah, it's a rough night to be a Bears fan from the sound of things. We'll see if Caleb Williams can cook some magic up in the fourth quarter. I'm sure we'll be tuned into it as soon as this race is over. But we still got 7 laps to go here of Watkins Glen action.
Good, Jesse. As you said that, Caleb Williams threw an interception with right there in the end zone.
Well, that's the opposite of magic. Well,
I mean, literally, that the interception was caught on their 4-yard line.
I don't know if I've ever heard of somebody commentator cursing a game that's not even commentating that game, but I think it just happened, folks.
It did. Caleb is walking off the field absolutely devastated, and he should be after that pass.
Speaking of a pass, we got one for the 4th spot. Bryce Shoemaker, Ryan Holler side by side in a turn 1. The 54's tires probably finally starting to give up the ghost compared to Ryan Holler's. Is he going to cover that spot up? It looks like he will take that 4th spot over Ryan Holler. Now up 2 spots on the night, up to 4th.
And apologies if you've heard the clicking in the chat. I was kind of brain dead just clicking my pen there. And remember that I am live on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, so I hope y'all didn't hear that. Too bad.
Well, and something, I don't know if it's come through as much tonight because my mouse is in a different location than normal, but I've watched back these broadcasts and I feel like I can hear myself clicking all the different screens. So hopefully that doesn't come through as bad tonight, being that my mouse has changed positions. You'll have to let me know. We'll go ahead and check out the chat a little bit while we've got some downtime, even though it's still a decent battle for 4th. Connor Gerard, of course, chatting it up as always, rooting on the 33 of Ryan Holler on your screen. Says this NASCAR season is going to be awesome. I can feel it, and I think it will be. And we've got action for the 69. John Kraverick, he done towed the thing to pit road. He said, I am done. Screw this. Let's see what happened to the 69 truck.
Watch out, RKO! That wall popped out of nowhere and took John out of this race. Oh, he almost gets slammed by the leader.
Noah Blackwell, probably. I got to rewind this manually. We got to hop on board with the 18. How close this was.
Look at how. Oh, my. Talk about a code brown. What is he going to do? Wow.
Good Lord.
That was almost disastrous for Noah Blackwell.
As we'll hop back live here. John Kraverick has said, screw this. He's on pit road, folks. The only person lower down is Dallas Seiwert.
Noah Blackwell almost had a brown seat.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely had more room. He could have made it look a little less dramatic had he wanted to, but he was saying screw it, and he was holding his line, and he wasn't lifting until he saw Goddard the checkered flag, and that's what he's aiming for with 4 to go. He's trying to get that checkered flag to be your first winner here in the Redemption iRacing Series playoffs. Xavier Regelbrugge's reeled him in slightly, but only about a quarter of a second worth. I mean, the lead's still about 5.8 seconds here for Noah Blackwell as he cruises through the bus stop. Coming to 3 to go, he's probably just thinking to himself, make sure no mistakes whatsoever for the driver of the 18, and hopefully he can get through the rest of this race clean.
My, oh my. You know, we talked about the night that Dylan Carrier has had, Jesse, right?
Yes, sir.
The Bears just forced a fumble. And, you know, there was 3 Bears players running at it. Like, it was a guaranteed recovery.
Yeah.
And the Bears player who went to recover the ball swatted it out of bounds.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like that was pretty bad. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I am closing that game out. That was the last football update of the evening. We have 3 laps to go here in the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. The Prophet Joseph Smith trying to make up some of what he lost earlier. You know, trouble on both pit stops and spun it out at the start of stage 3. Battling Shoemaker here, going to get around him with ease. But what a night that could have been.
Wyatt Mickelson in the 51 had some issues there with turn 1. We'll go ahead and take a look at it one more time. That happened just behind the battle that was on your screen. Slide job. He gets it back going, though. Yeah, Joseph Smith, it's been kind of the race that got away as he's looking to get into the 4th spot now over Ryan Holler. I mean, he dominated stage 1. It was close between him and Blackwell for a little bit, and then he was able to run away. And then, as you mentioned, sped on pit lane in stage number 1. Stage number 2 did, as you mentioned, a Jesse Becker pit stop, slid through his box, so lost some spots there. And then managed to, unfortunately, loop it there on the back stretch, is what I would call it, I guess. I don't know. The straightaway after the carousel. And a race that he's probably kicking himself for. He definitely had race-winning speed and good track position, and it kind of all just slipped away for Joseph Smith tonight.
You know, we only interviewed a top 3, but I don't think I'd want to interview Joseph Smith after the race he's had. I'm sure he is not happy.
Yeah, as we look towards the end of this thing, 2 to go here tonight. Noah Blackwell getting ready to take the white flag. He's got a couple more corners. And as I mentioned earlier, he didn't sound very confident heading into this final stage, but it's all really worked out for him. So good for Noah Blackwell here. 1 more lap to go here tonight from Watkins Glen. Xavier Regelbrugge cut the lead now to 4.5 seconds. It's going to be a challenge for him to gain that in 1 lap as we've got the white flag here from Watkins Glen.
1 more time around. 11 turns, 10 more to go as he goes through the S's for the final time. He may not have been confident, but confidence isn't what he needed. He just needed to put his head down and drive it like he stole it, and that's what he's done ever since. Making his way down the backstretch. There's the bus stop, the carousel, turns 10 and 11, and then he will be your Watkins Glen race winner here tonight. But he's just got to get there first, Jesse.
Showing on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see Noah Blackwell there with 2 wins on the season, and he's looking for number 3. 2 more corners to go for the 18 of Blackwell. The lead now down to 4 seconds, so Xavier Regelbrugge is pushing as hard as he can. but he's going to run out of time. Noah Blackwell into turn 10, heading towards turn 11. Christian, go ahead and call us to the checkered.
Through the final turn. Ladies and gentlemen, Roseville, California is electric here tonight. He's bobbing and weaving, giving the crowd a show. Your race winner in the Redemption iRacing Truck Series is going to be Noah Blackwell.
Xavier Rugglebrugge takes home the second spot. Jordan Hand secures third. And Joseph Smith, after what seemed to be race-winning pace, brings it home fourth. And Ryan Holler going to round out your top 5 in that 33 truck.
And whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you send it off into the final turn, make sure you don't hit anybody.
Yes, that is good advice from you. As congratulatory bump coming in from Xavier Rugglebrugge. Hopefully he doesn't wreck the 18 of Blackwell here.
Yeah, if
We
you
can hear
wreck
him on the
somebody
radio
after the
saying,
race,
"Let me give you the bump."
Yeah, if you wreck somebody after the race, they might want to whine about it, but you know, different people react different ways.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Noah Blackwell gets to celebrate. First driver. I mean, unless they have some sort of rule that doesn't say you can lock your way into the next stage. As he slips sliding this thing around the corner. Sick drift,
Can
honestly.
he save it? Does he save it? He does! He makes it work! Oh, and he goes 360? 360? Do I hear it? No, he's going to come to a stop. But what are we going to do, Jesse? We got a message from the sponsors, or we're going straight in the interview?
Well, that depends. We got Jordan Hand available to talk to.
We do.
All right, let's go ahead and talk to the man that finished third tonight, Jordan Hand. Go ahead and bring him in.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, bringing it home, third place tonight in his number 48 Chevy. We have Jordan Hand. Jordan, you were right around there the entirety of the race. Of course, you had to deal with the likes of Noah Blackwell and Xavier, you know, just trying to get around you or you trying to keep up with them, but you did it, able to maintain third place. How do you feel?
Feels great, man. I'm not a road course guy, so any top 5 at any road course is great. So I'm pretty thrilled.
Thrilled indeed. And Jesse, what do you have for our third place finisher here tonight?
Yeah, as you said, you're not really a road course guy, but you still showed up and showed out compared to the rest of the field. You were, I believe, no worse than fourth all night from what I can remember. Maybe no worse than third all night, but you definitely did a great job. Brought home a podium finish, I'm sure, is a little bit more than you expected coming in, but I mean, a 12-car field finishing third is still a fantastic job.
Yeah, man, it's great. I mean, yeah, definitely sad to see the turnout tonight, but I mean, it was kind of to be expected. You know, it's a lot of people don't like road courses for whatever reason. They're pretty damn fun, so I wish people would give it a shot. But you know, we'll take it. We'll take the extra points going into the next race, and you know, I'm sure Chicagoland will have a lot bigger turnout for sure.
Alrighty, well, we'll be looking to next week in Chicagoland, but the celebration starts here tonight in Watkins Glen. Jordan Hand bringing home third on the podium. Thank you, Jordan. Oh,
Absolutely.
Shout out you want to
sponsors. Any shout outs? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're good, man. The hell, I forgot too. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and thanks to everybody showing out tonight. And can't wait till next week and get everybody back.
Alrighty. Looking forward to next week is Jordan Hand. But we move on to the second place finisher here tonight. We have Xavier in the booth. This is Jesse and Christian. You got a copy on us?
Yes, sir.
Well, you bring it home second place here tonight. You were able to charge, and through the misfortune of your teammate, you were able to bring a podium home. Walk us through that one, and how did you feel, you know, trying to run Noah down at the end there?
Yeah, well, it was kind of over from the start because I got stuck behind Shoemaker, and we had to battle for at least 3 laps before I even got by him. And then it was a process of chasing Jordan down, and by the time I got past him, Noah was already like 5 seconds ahead. So I tried to do what I could. I was a little faster than him at the end, but it was like just barely. So wasn't enough to go catch him. Yeah, but the start of the race wasn't too good. I had a bit of a technical failure because I just got a new camera and I was hooking that up, and I guess I accidentally unhooked my shifter. So that was a pretty bonehead move, but yeah, we bring it home second. Pretty good after coming all the way from the back, 20 plus seconds behind everyone. So that's good to see.
Alrighty, Jesse, what do you have for our second place finisher here tonight?
Yeah, we were wondering there at the start, whenever you started from the pits, if it was some sort of strategy call there or not. Then we figured out when we talked to Joseph after stage one that it was not. So you definitely did a good job driving your way back to the front. Used a little bit of pit strategy at one point, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you took their 2 tires there after stage one, and it worked out pretty good to find yourself towards the front. And I guess what I want to ask you is, Joseph had a bit of a rough stretch towards the end of this race. Of course, missed his pit box in the end of stage 2, and then ended up spinning on the back stretch. Just any comment about his race, how it ended tonight?
Yeah, I don't really know what was going on with him because at the time I was busy battling Shoemaker. We were banging doors off of 5 there, so I only saw a glimpse of Joseph in my mirror, and then I just went right back to battling. But the strategy call at the end of stage 1, I actually took no tires there. I just took fuel, but I took 2 cans, so it took as long as taking 4. So maybe I should have taken tires, but I thought not taking any would have been faster.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Xavier and the number 5 Ford. Before we send him back down to his team to celebrate his top 2 finish, do you have any shout outs you want to mention, sponsors?
Well, obviously, shout out to all my family, specifically my grandma. Hopefully, she's in the chat there somewhere. I don't know how I don't got the chat pulled up tonight, so hopefully she's in here watching me. Shout out to my team, obviously. Shout out to Joseph, even though he didn't have the finish he wanted, he still did really good battling Noah there at the start of the race. And yeah, hopefully we can continue this into next week.
Alrighty, looking to Chicagoland. Thank you, Xavier, and one more congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
Well, Jesse, that just leaves one more guy.
We already
Ladies
talked to
and
him earlier.
gentlemen.
Let's go ahead and bring him in
we talked to
again.
him earlier. Jesse, I had worked up, and you just stepped on it.
No, forget I said anything. Go ahead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the Redemption iRacing Series has visited Watkins Glen, and your race winner here tonight is going to be Noah Blackwell. Noah, this is Jesse Christian up in the booth. You bring it home, rolling the truck to the start-finish line, hopefully to burn it down one more time. How do you feel right now? Noah, do you have a copy on us?
Yep.
Please? There you are.
Sorry, I was trying
Sliding
something. It didn't work.
Okay. Well, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Feel good indeed. You know, you wasn't too confident at the beginning, but able to hold off Xavier, who was hard charging. You know, he got kind of held up by Bryce Shoemaker, who was on an alternate strategy, but you were able to do it. Indeed, Jesse, what do you have for our race winner here tonight?
I just gotta ask, has it hit you yet, the feeling of knowing that you don't really have to worry at all about what happens here in the next 2 races? You can just kind of cruise and just get to the next round. I mean, I haven't studied the rule book that closely, but I'm assuming that you're locked into the next round of the playoffs here with your win tonight. And I imagine you didn't expect it. I know you had 2 wins on the season, but I imagine you weren't expecting to lock yourself into the next round here at Watkins Glen.
Oh, absolutely. I never expected to get 3 in one season, let alone 2. So, I mean, it's pretty crazy. But no, I think I'm still going to try as hard as I am. You know, I want the bonus points going to the next round so I could be more comfortable. But Yeah, it's a winning your into the next round. I'm pretty sure.
Cool deal.
And if I unmute my mic, everyone would hear me. I said you
Good
were
job.
you were able to do that here tonight. Check that win off the list. Before we send you back down to your team to celebrate, though, do you got any shout outs?
njbdesigns.com, Axis Sim Sports, they're my sports cars team. My family, you guys for the broadcast. I'll be at a really, really small field today, but if everybody would show up, it would probably be too much. But yeah, thank you guys.
Well, it may have been a small field, but you guys truly put on a show. I mean, for 12 cars, we didn't have a lack of excitement. There was always something going on. And that's just a shout out to the entire field here in the Redemption iRacing Trucks series. Even though you only had 12 cars, I don't think we could have been able to tell that here in the broadcast booth with the racing we had. Do you agree, Jesse?
Yeah, it was freaking great racing out there. Good battles all night. I mean, from lap 1 to the end of the race, there was always something going on. There wasn't really any point where we were just kind of sitting there wondering, what to pay attention to, because there was always something catching our eye for sure.
Well, catching the eye indeed was your race winner, Noah Blackwell. We're sending you back down to your team to celebrate. Thank you, Noah.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of Watkins Glen here in the Redemption iRacing Truck Series, which of course is brought to you by njbdesigns.com. They paint champions. And Jesse, I guess that concludes a great broadcast. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a good race here tonight at Watkins Glen, and I meant everything I said just a second ago, that there was always some action going on, which is definitely good when it comes to a track like this. You never know what you're going to come into whenever you have a road course here on the service, but thankfully it didn't turn into a snooze fest whatsoever. There was always some sort of action happening that caught our eye, and I got to thank everybody in the chat that's showing up. We got Connor Gerard out there talking, as always. We got, hey, it's Kev, Connor, Anna Alessandro, Dr. Relief, TTV, of course, that's Dylan Carrier mentioning he turned into a tornado after the checkered. I do kind of want to see that, so you guys might get to see that here at the end of the stream. But yeah, regardless, it was really, really fun race to watch tonight and a really fun one to call. Christian, what do you think?
Fun indeed. But now we look forward to Chicagoland next week, Jesse.
Yeah, it's sure to be a blast. Another fun one on tap. Anna Alessandro, I'm sure, going to be tuning into that one to cheer on her grandson to claw his way back into the playoff hunt after missing tonight's race. But regardless, that's going to pretty much do it here from the Glen in New York for the Redemption iRacing Series. Playoff race number 1 in the books. As mentioned, tune in next Saturday for Chicagoland. And then we head into the elimination race at the track is drawing a blank.
Chicago?
Think
or
of
are you
it.
talking about the weekend?
Think of it.
I don't know.
Think of it. Oh, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. I can't. It's gone. It's in the ether somewhere. But regardless, it's going to be a good playoffs here for the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. And thank you, every one of you, for tuning in. For Christian Taylor in the booth, this is Jesse Becker signing out. And before we go, Larry Mack has got something to say.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh my goodness! Oh! The whole field is junk! It's a parking lot! They door slam each other! Checkered flag in the air! It's gonna be too close to call! Oh, he just got smoked! Oh my goodness! He got dumped in the race!
Talk Live.